Hello again and welcome to an impromptu helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me and the girls today in Westwood Park, which lies between Lawrence and Poolstock in Wigan. And we've just come for a little ramble today. I wasn't intending making any films, but whilst I've been in here, I've noticed something that may solve a bit of a mystery that my grandfather told me when I was about 6 or 7. Now, he claimed that somewhere in Westwood Park during the Second World War was an anti-aircraft gun emplacement. And I must admit, at the time, at 6 or 7, you don't really take these stories on board, do you? It's just, yeah, roll as your cap, grandad type of thing. But while I've been wandering round, and now, as you can see, all the leaves have fallen off the trees, woods and, areas give up the secrets. And I'm actually stood in one of the very few remaining parts of Westwood Park that date back to when the Walmsley family had this area in the 1800s. I'm sure many of you out there from Wigan will have heard of the Walmsley Arms Public House and Walmsley Park up in Higher Ince. Well, that's where it gets its name from. So, what have I found? Well, I found a large concrete slab that is too big to be a capped mine shaft, as it's rectangular, and from my days of when I was in the building trade, I know that it isn't a foundation slab, as there's no bricks or anything around it. It's rather thick, and it may well be the actual base to this. Now, it's not really remarkable that there may have been an anti-aircraft gun here, as in fact there was many defences throughout Britain during the Second World War. What is more rather remarkable about this one is it was actually mentioned by Lord Haw Haw, aka William Joyce, during the Second World War in one of his propaganda speeches, which actually made my grandfather sit up and take notice. Now, what he was doing listening to the propaganda speeches of Lord Haw Haw, I'll never know, and he never confirmed why he did that. Let's take a quick little look at this slab, shall we? Now, I've just cleared a little section off, which is a corner of this concrete slab. You can see the thickness, and there's a course of brickwork below it that's just laid on soil. So there's no foundation as such, and I'll just have a quick little walk round. I'll do some panoramic versions of this to give you an idea of the size. As you can see that tree there, that's where it runs to. So that's the width of it. And we'll go and have a closer look at the concrete. It's only rough concrete, and it does look like 1940s stroke 50s style concrete. You know, it's not new. You should just be able to make out the lip of the slab there. I'm now at the side of it, and the length of it runs from roughly where you can just see Rosie there behind that tree, all the way along to just behind that tree that's felled over there. As I say, if you can imagine a rectangle, that's the size of it. Now, despite just looking like any ordinary patch of woodland, looks rather deceiving, because underneath all these leaves and these trees there is actually concrete. Not very well laid concrete, which is why the trees have managed to push through, but there's concrete under there nonetheless. There's one or two bits and pieces there, concrete posts, concrete blocks. Not a great lot of rubble, but why concrete a square patch in Westwood? It doesn't make sense. I'm sure somebody somewhere will be able to tell me if indeed there was something here at one time or another. There obviously has been, because it's been concreted, but it remains a mystery. Well, there we go, folks. What do you guys think? Could it have been a base to an anti-aircraft emplacement? I don't know. One thing I can tell you, I've just been looking at some Ordnance Survey maps in between taking little bits of this film, and there is no buildings or any capped mine shafts in this area. There was a farm pretty close to this area called Home Farm, but that's now, there's a new road that's run through it. The bypass link road now runs over where that farm used to be. So if anybody has any ideas, or indeed can shed any light on this little mystery, can either confirm or debunk my grandfather's story, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, hopefully you'll join us soon on another location because this one was just an impromptu, a quick film, unscripted and off the cuff, so to speak. So until the next time, bye bye for now.